Welcome to I'm Doing Well. This is my podcast. I think names are so interesting because not everyone's name has meaning, right? Like, there's no way Nate means anything, right? Nathaniel? No, actually, that sounds quite biblical, doesn't it? Shoot. But Nate, the derivative of Nathaniel. Nate. Nate is. That sounds like an onomatopoeia, right? I don't know what it would be for, but Nate, not too much me. I don't know why I just went in on Nate's, but some names do have meaning. Like Gabe, that's biblical, right? I I didn't read a Bible recently. I don't know where all this theologian talk vernacular's popping out of, but there's like names with meaning, and then there's names without meaning. Like I know my name, Gauruv, it means pride. Apparently, kind of missed the mark, but and then you wonder why parents. It's always the parents that get to do the naming, right? Isn't that so interesting? The parents always get to do the naming. That's it. They have full say, right? I mean, I haven't named a kid yet. I mean, I haven't named my own kid yet. I did get to name another kid. They were doing like a raffle thing, a silent auction when I was in high school, and one of the things was like, name a kid. So, yeah. There's a little, mudkip running around somewhere. Anyways, my name also, I think it's a common Indian name. I don't know if it's common, but like it's a known Indian name. It's known to the point where, I'm in engineering, so, you know, quite a few Indians in engineering, I would say. And anytime I get an email from an engineer type person, they always spell my name the traditional spelling. Here it is. This is the traditional spelling of my name. But that's not how you spell my name. And I always wonder, how is that possible? How did they do that? Because anytime I send email, I like quadruple check the spelling of their name. Even if it's like a name that I know. Like Emily, I'll pen to check that. I'm not gonna mess up Emily, So it's always interesting when I get an email and then they're like, "Oh, Gauruv, let me fix this one for him." He or, it's okay. I've seen these roads before. I know which way to go. And then they just drop a double A. And I'm like, well, that's not how you, okay. No, that's not how you spell my name, but it's fine. You're hiring me. I need a living, so I have to talk to you. Okay, no, it's fine. I am Gauruv, I guess, for the, in the foreseeable future. But names are interesting, huh? They have meaning or they don't. And it's also weird that you can shorten a name or use an abbreviate, not an abbreviation, but you can change your name just completely. Like William, you can become Bill. Who said that was okay, right? Robert, Bob. Like, but the one that really gets me is Richard to Dick. There are dicks in the world. Yeah. Like, I mean, the only like famous dick I can think of is Dick Cheney, right? Political figure. And so it begs the question, was he born a dick? Or was he Richard and then elected to be a dick? And then why? What? Was it a family name? Did you get Dick Sr. and now you're Dick Jr.? Small dick. Oh, you senior dick? Oh, what the hell? Yuck. So yeah, I just, there's a lot of dicks running around, and I just wonder how did they get to that point where when they meet another person, they're like, "Hi, my name's Emily," and he's like, "Hi, I'm Dick." How did they get to that point? You know? Also, is there a possibility? This is where this, I mean, idea or talking point even came from. I thought about, is it possible for someone to be named Dick? Like, I'm not saying they're Richard and then you call them Dick because they're like, please call me Dick. I mean, their birth certificate says Dick. I also just thought about someone being like, "Hi, my name's Dick. Nice to meet you." And they're like, "Oh, Dick, short for Richard." And he's like, "No, Dickolas." God damn it. Dickolas Jr. Oh, man. I didn't know we were going to get here. But we're here. An alternative talking point that I was going to start this podcast with was something kind of similar to what I just talked about. I was going to talk about apple juice. Now this is a long running thing I've been asking people. I say long running, it's only been 3 months because I remember like the first time we're almost at our 4-month anniversary. It was back in October. I started asking people, what is the health benefit of apple juice? Or not even the health benefit. Just, is apple juice healthy? Because think about it. Apples are healthy, right? I don't know what they do. I know bananas give you potassium and they make it to where you don't cramp. And then carrots make you see better. What do apples do? I don't know. Oranges, it's just if you can't afford Sunny D, like everything has its role. What are apples? Oh, apples keep doctors away. Never mind, I figured it out. But apple juice is not apple juice. Let me explain, okay? I know what I said, very controversial. No, it's not. Apple juice is apple juice, sure, but then it's like sugar and shit, And I don't know what that is, and I'm pretty sure that is why I keep bringing this up, is like, is apple juice healthy? Because I get it's apple juice, but then what about everything surrounding it? Like when you meet someone's like, "Oh, this is Fred." I'm like, "Oh, short for Frederick?" And he was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, why didn't you go by Drick?" I thought that was gonna be better. I was trying to do a callback. Anyways, this is Fred. You're gonna meet Fred, and you're only gonna know he's Fred. But there's so much behind Fred. Like, what shirt is he wearing? Is he wearing a shirt like this? That means he has immaculate, impeccable style. But, what if he's drooling? And he wasn't drooling before. He only starts drooling after you shake his hand. I know, shaking hands. Pre-COVID type beat. I know. Suddenly, first situation, he's wearing the shirt, love him. Second situation, he's drooling after physical contact with you. Two different impressions of Fred now. But he is Fred. And the more you learn about him, you start having different ideas. In the same way that it's apple juice, but the more I learn about it, I'm getting different opinions about apple juice. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That being said, I've been drinking a lot of apple juice. Not recently. We've transitioned over to orange juice in this here household, but I was on an Apple binge for a minute there. And I'm not talking about Steve Jobs. Oh my. Oh, get it? Because he Apple guy, you know? Anyway, I feel like I mention this every single episode. Did it at this point? It just has to be a segment, and I wish it didn't. I'm not gonna make it a segment. Maybe I will in the future, maybe when I start editing these things a little more. Maybe I'll make like, oh, now we're on to the Facebook segment. Yes, I noticed more stuff on Facebook this week. Should I do that now or later? Now? Okay. Yeah, because I think we're going to get into another uncomfortable, serious topic in this podcast. So let's just save that for later. So only the dedicated, true, I feel so uncomfortable with the word fans, so I don't know what to say here. I don't like, it's a weird word. I hate it. Only the true bad bitches will stay for the serious part. Anyways, yeah, because I'm going to talk about something later that it's going to make me so uncomfortable because I don't know how to talk about it the right way. I know 2 weeks ago, I talked about why do I make the content I make, and I hated how I talked about it, but then after that podcast, I was like, oh, I liked that podcast. And then last week, I just talked about nothing. What was even the last podcast title? Oh, debt, taxes, and huskies. I talked about huskies for like 10 to 15 minutes. Not even huskies. Just that 2 of them showed up. And I really liked recording that husky podcast, but then I listened to it and I was like, what the hell? I was like, what are you talking about, man? So yeah, we're going to go back to some uncomfortable, serious things where I just give you every reason to hate me because of my terrible opinions and thoughts about things. But before we do that, Facebook segment, let's do it. Okay. So I was on Facebook and I noticed this a couple weeks back, but I forgot to bring it up with you guys. I'm sorry. I know this two-way relationship, I'm not providing. And honestly, if you hate me for that and you feel a certain way at me because of that, I just want to say I totally get that. And that falls on me, and I apologize. But I noticed this a couple weeks back, and I forgot about it until I saw it again this week. There's a mom that I'm friends with on Facebook, and there's a thing she has an affinity for that is so interesting to me. Now, most moms that I follow on Facebook, they like pretty standard things, I would say. Animals. Okay, cooking. A lot of dessert posts, I see. Family. Moms are into that family kind of stuff. Yeah, they post a lot about their kids, It's like if I wanted to know, I would be friends with your kids, not you. Maybe some workout stuff. Different kind of adult, different kind of parent, different kind of mom, but they're out there. They're out there. Those are the kind that are like, 2 weeks into November and you're, CC'd on an email from them about a goddamn turkey trot. You want to distance yourself from those ones. It's no good. It's no good. Isn't that crazy? Also, have you thought about that? This has been a discussion with people in my life before. Turkey trot families. I mean, certainly when I grow up, and hopefully do not have a family, I know if we become a turkey trot family, it is not going to be because of me. It's not. Actually, turkey trot doesn't sound that bad, actually. It'd be, no. Nope, I say that now. In comfortable February. No, I'm not going to be the proponent of a turkey trot. So if my family becomes a turkey trot, it's going to have to be completely from that side, the wife's side. Nope. Nope. I'll wake up early to play like a board game, a video game, watch a movie. I'm not gonna put on leg warmers and headbands and fucking run around for what, a 5K? I don't even know what the fuck a 5K is. What is that, 2.7 miles? You can tell me a 5K is 9 miles and be like, yeah, probably. That's what it's gonna feel like. It's gonna suck like 9 miles. Anyways, this mom that I follow is obsessed with police car chases. And she's so vocal in the comments section. She's like, this is how I know she's so passionate about it. Because you'll see the post, you know, when your friends comment on something, it's like in your feed now, and you're like, hey, Zuckerberg, that was a weird design move. But you know, when people comment on stuff, now it's in your feed. By the way, my lips are just destroying themselves. Hold on. Not sponsored, but Total Hydration chapstick is very good. This is my favorite chapstick. I think normal chapstick doesn't do shit. I think this is the real deal right here. So if you guys are looking for good chapstick, I recommend that. And it's soothing vanilla, the best flavor. Not that I eat chapstick. It's weird to call it flavor, but sorry. Usually I pretty up before I get on camera. And we're back. My lips looked gross. Yeah, she's very vocal in the comment section, and she's like, "Oh, I've been looking forward to the next one of these." I'm like, "You have? What do you you got notifications on from this police department? What do you mean you've been looking forward to this?" Also, isn't that not inappropriate? Isn't that irresponsible? I've been looking forward to this. You've been looking forward to someone committing a crime for your own entertainment? Okay, Michael Vick. No, oh, that's terrible. I remember the first time I saw her comment on one of these posts. She said, can't get enough of these. And I'm like, really? I was curious. And not gonna lie, I played my fair share of Grand Theft Auto growing up. I thought it was going to be pretty interesting. It is just anxiety inducing because I imagine being on the freeway with them and then they just whizzing past me and I'm being like, hey, come on, don't. I know we need to share the road, but do I have to with you, you know? I get anxious, you know, they get close to the cars, they just whoo. They drive like one of those car guys, you know? You know, there's those car guys that they just spend all of their money upgrading this car that's like this close to the ground, and then when they drive, their car is just insanely loud, and they don't use their blinker, and they think they're cool because they keep their hand on their fucking stick the whole time. Yeah, no, I get anxious, and it's the worst. The payoff's not even there. I watched the first one, 16 minutes. I know, okay, I scrubbed past part of it, but you get to the end, and you think, right, like, how does this thing end? Do they catch him? Like, do they ram him? Like, how do they stop this? You know, things in motion stay in motion until, I don't know, something I should have learned in school, but. How did they stop these guys, right? Like, how does it end? Get this. The cop car chase, it ended when the guy they were chasing just pulled over and got out. Nothing cool happened. He was just like, I've been doing this for 16 minutes. Yeah, I'm kind of bored. And in a video game, you can just quit. But in real life, the version is pulling to the side of the road and being like, okay, you can arrest me now. And I thought that was so interesting that there's this mom that I'm friends with on Facebook that gets like a genuine like hype. Like people look forward to new TV show episodes, right? Like I watched the first two seasons of Mandalorian every week. You know, Clone Wars every week. I'm like, oh, can't wait for next week. Is that what she feels like for police car chases? Is that, is it that same feeling? I can only imagine it's more intense because my thing is made up. You know, it's this made up universe, made up animated characters. Theirs, it can happen at any time. You can have one, two, three days in a row, just drop after drop. I know mine's every Friday at midnight. Theirs is like, oh, ooh, the directors, the writers, they might surprise us with another one today. Uh, who knows? But then they could have a dry spell, like 2 months, no cop car chases, But it's got to be equivalent, right? That same feeling I feel when I'm like, hell yeah, the Clone Wars, and then they're like, hell yeah, cop car chase. uh, and then you wonder, are they gonna reach a point where like, all right, spectating is whatever. I want to be, I want to be in the game, and then they get into a cop car chase. They're like, enough of this. I've seen LeBron dunk how many times? I want to get on the floor there, and then they do, and then they get just dominated because it's much harder than they think it is, and that's why being a spectator is fun. Another thing I saw on Facebook, uh, I promise this is the last Facebook thing I saw. There's a guy, I think he's a year or two younger than me. I grew up, elementary school, middle school, high school. We went to school together. His brother was my grade. He was like one of my best friends in elementary school. But this kid, we'll say he's 2 years younger than me. Because I don't... No, he is. I remember. He's 2 years younger than me. Facebook has stories because they're a social media platform. So, of fucking course they do. I mentioned like episode 2 or 3. I was like, watch, LinkedIn's gonna have stories. And then Alec told me, hey, they already have stories. And I was like, oh, of course they do. And, oh my God. What do you think's gonna have stories next? This has got to be ridiculous, right? The next thing that has stories? Okay, here we go. Starting like 3 or 4 years ago, that's the first time I did it. You could schedule appointments, like my hospital or healthcare, whatever the hell. I don't know. Like I do Kaiser. Does that make sense? Like I'm Kaiser. I don't know what you call that. Is that they're my healthcare provider? I don't know what that means. They're the hospital I go to. I don't know. I'm Kaiser. And 3 to 4 years ago, like there was a thing you could like download a Kaiser app, schedule an appointment, and then you guys FaceTime and just do your appointment virtually. And so I wonder, is the Kaiser app is it gonna have stories next? And are patients gonna be able to post, and doctors? Like patients are gonna be like, oh man, got this rash, got this rash in the same place as last week. Where all my rash? Where's Rash Gang? Scratch yourself along at home so you can get a rash in the same spot, and we can be, red brothers. Or what if the doctors can post stuff like, yo, just, yo, just freezing off this dude's wart right here. Yeah, I messed up the recording, but he had like 7 before, and now, you can see. Well, they're all kind of together as one, but we're getting them. I don't know who would, but if you're eating when you listen to this, I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, I really fucked up your meal. I mean, at least if I was in your position, I'd be like, oh, god damn it. I I don't like looking at gross stuff when I eat, and I gotta dwell on it. Anyways, this person, 2 years younger than me, he posts on his Facebook story a post of this older looking gentleman, maybe, like in his 40s. He's wearing one of those like headsets, one of those like weird, it's a football like defensive coordinator. You know how they all wear the weird like 2-colored shirt with a logo just right here, and maybe like a Nike right here, or an Adidas logo right here, or if they're unlucky, Reebok. No. Under Armour. No. Stephen Curry has made Under Armour kind of sick, actually. All because Nike fucked up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Nike was pitching, working with Stephen Curry to Stephen Curry. They made a PowerPoint presentation, and the guy that presented to him forgot to change the name on the first slide, and he was supposed to change it to Stephen Curry, and it had the name of the last guy he pitched to. So Stephen Curry was like, all right, fuck you guys. I'm going to go to Under Armour. So yeah, Under Armour is kind of sick. But there was a picture of this defensive coordinator, and in text that this person added right under this picture of the defensive coordinator, well, no, it was like, okay, so there's a picture of the defensive coordinator. It was a very official post, like Bleacher Report, or, like some Sports Center or some shit posted it. And it said, picture of the guy, and then in a box, football defensive coordinator got fired. And then the guy, 2 years younger than me, added his own text underneath it that said, best news heard all week. And in this emoji, the praying emoji. And it was only a Monday, so we were only, 2 days into the week. But what a shitty week, huh? That's the best news you got? This guy got fired? Also, a defensive coordinator got fired? Not even like a head coach or anything. A defensive coordinator. And this person was like, oh, fuck yeah. This is the best shit I've heard all week. Oh my god. I mean, we just got like a new puppy, and my sister just, successfully gave birth to her first child, and, now I'm an uncle, but thank God that guy got fired. Also, how fucked is that, right? The best news you heard all week was that someone got fired. I thought about it, and that can only happen in the football, or not the football world, but like, I don't know what world that can happen in. Anytime you're in the public and someone gets fired, someone's happy about it. And I was thinking, like, imagine someone's working at Baskin Robbins and they get fired, and then someone posts out on their story like, oh my god, just heard that, Nate, I'm going to go back and Nate, I just heard that Nate got fired from Baskin Robbins. Oh, best news I heard all week. It's like, what the fuck, man? Nate just lost his living. Why are you happy about that? Nate's in a state of turmoil, and you're like, hell yeah, I'm going to dance on his grave. Holy shit. Worst part was, it was like a week before Nate's 1 year anniversary with Baskin Robbins. So he was going to get like a free scoop or whatever they probably do, you know? And then on his way out, he was like, well, I mean, my 1 year was in a week. Can I maybe get a scoop on the way? And they're like, no, Nate, get the fuck out of here. Leave. And then this guy's waiting outside and he's like, oh, just, oh, Nate, you just got fired. Want to tell everyone how bad you feel? That's going to make me feel better. What am I even talking about? Let's talk about the serious thing I was going to talk about. Because now, after that, all my bad bitches are still here. But all those bad bitches, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are some bad bitches. But then there's bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. This has been happening a lot in the past 6 months. This never would happen. And now it's like a weird, like, frequent occurrence. People asking me to just post stuff for them on my Instagram. I want to put a fat disclaimer. Before I talk about this, I have no idea how to talk about this in a good way. This only seems like I only seem like an asshole talking about this. I've been thinking about it and I'm like, there's really no good way to talk about this. I was going to talk about it last week, but I was like, I don't want to complain about stuff 2 weeks in a row. I don't want to just, I know we're the bad bitches, but I don't want to just be bitching, you know? If you bitch all the time, that's not very bitching. You know what I'm saying? But I've been getting a lot of like DMs on Instagram and people being like, hey, I watch your videos. I love them. And I'm like, oh my God, hey, thank you so much. Yeah. They're like, I used to watch you, but they were good videos. I'm like, okay, well you could just left it at the first part. You didn't have to say you used to watch it. No, it's okay. No, it's fine. Sometimes people are just like too honest. They're like, I did some stuff like on the UC Davis social media, and some people would message me and they're like, no way, I used to watch your videos all the time. It's so cool to see you on here. I was like, you could have just said it's cool to see me on here. You didn't have to say the first one. Or you could have lied. You could have just been like, no way, I watch you. Videos are great. But they're like, hey, oh my God, hey, I used to watch you. Don't anymore. Don't get, wrong idea. I don't give a fuck about you. But I've been getting a lot of DMs, and I think it's recent. Like, it's recent. It's been like, hey, calm down, like amount. I think it's because of the UC Davis show. And like in multiple different DMs, people mention it. They're like, oh, I love the UC Davis show. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. They're like, yeah, love what you're doing with the Davis audience. Hey, also, I have a club at Davis. You mind posting that on your story? And I'm like, oh, like, do they want to do like a collab? Like I do something with the club, and maybe I become part of the club. Is that what they're asking? Maybe make a piece of content, like have fun with it. And it's like, no, I was just wondering if I could just use your Instagram real quick and just post my thing on there. Is that cool? I can never say this, but in my head, I'm like, no, no, I don't. And the reason you're like, oh, why, Garb? I don't want to. See, I'm an asshole. No, here's the thing. Like, I don't. Imagine you buy a car, right? And someone's like, oh my God, hey, nice car. And I'm like, I know, right? I've been working like 3.5 years to get the car, and it's so cool. I have the car now. And they're like, no way. Like, would you let me try it out? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. Let me put the passenger seat back because I have it scooted all the way forward. So maybe I can fit in the passenger seat and we can go together. And they're like, oh, no, I just give me your keys and I'll take it. And I'm like, oh, I thought maybe it'd be cool for us to experience together. And they're like, no, it's fine. You can just hand me over the keys, drive it around, give it back. And, we never talked. Okay. It just feels so weirdly transactional. And see, this is where I feel so gross. It feels slightly disrespectful. And I don't want to see, I just want to say no one deserves a platform, and especially not me. So I'm not saying the small platform I have, I'm not saying no one can have it. It's all mine. I'm a greedy asshole. No, it just feels shitty that, I'm working to, make this audience, and then someone's like, hey, mind if I use that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, you watch my videos. You like what I'm doing? Sure. And they're like, well, no, I don't really watch them. I know you have them, but I don't want. That's the other thing. Like, some people don't even. They reach out and they're like, hey, can you post this thing? And they don't. You can tell they don't watch your videos, and they just acknowledge. They're like, I know you make videos. I know you have this audience. Can I use it? And the least they could do is like watch the video. That's the thing. It's people that don't really give a shit about you. They give a shit about everything around you. I think that's my problem. Once again, I'm going to say I have no idea how to articulate this correctly. It comes off so slimy. I don't like it. There's some people I'll promote. Like my friends, if they're doing a club, I will, without question, post it. Alum, he's part of Lounge Lizards. They helped me with the music video. I really liked that group. They were so nice and everything. I will post anytime they need me to post. But it's when these random people just slide to my DMs and like, I don't know shit about them. I don't even know their last name. Because on their Instagram profile, it doesn't say a last name. I just know that their name is insert name here. I'm not going to use an example. I don't know. It just feels like, man, see, this is tough. Because, the easy answer to this is that, hey, Garv, this isn't a big deal. Just post the thing and move on. But it's like, I don't want to. I don't want to just be a human billboard that people come, I'm at this highway that has a certain amount of people. My Instagram account has like a little over 1,100 followers. I'm like this billboard on this highway with a little over 1,000 people going down it. And then they come and they're just like, they put their thing on me, the billboard. It's like, I would love to post something. It's just like, come up with some cool thing. Like, put something in it for me. Because it's like, can I use your platform? And then I'm like, oh, sure, right? Like, what do you want to do? Like, I'll let you use that, and then what do I get? And they're like, oh, no, I just need to use that. And I'm like, yeah, no, but well, what's in it for me though? And they're like, no, nothing. So can I use it? And I'm like, what the fuck? No. What? Oh. I don't know. It makes me feel weird. It's like when those people, there's also a weird other fear of like, I already know the fix to this fear, but I'm just going to express the fear and then tell you how to fix it. I have a fear that someone's going to be like, can you post this thing? And I post it. And then I didn't fully understand what it was about. And then I supported something that's fucked up. It's like those people that come up to you with clipboards. I will never sign them because they have the pitch at the top, and they tell you, no, this is what, this piece of legislation is about. Sign the petition. They will only make that petition look good. They come to you with a petition and they're like, hey, do you want to sign this petition to save a bus full of people from, driving off a bridge? And I mean, obviously, duh. But then you sign it and then come to find out the bus is full of people that beat their dogs. And it's like, what? I didn't sign off on that. And they're like, well, your name's here. And it's like, well, you didn't pitch it like that, man. And now let me give you my quick fix. Hey, Garv, just research it before you post it, you idiot. Yeah, I know, I can do that. But once again, I don't want to. And I know that makes me an asshole. But does it? That's the thing. I don't know. And this is the other thing. This is such a stupid problem. This is only a problem because people listen to certain things I say. I posted this Yu-Gi-Oh card of Gazpacho from Chowder to my Instagram story after I posted a thing for my friend's club, just because in my head, justifying the club post, I justified the club post with the Yu-Gi-Oh Gazpacho, because I was like, if everyone's going to see this club, everyone has to see this just funny picture I saw on the internet a day before. I'm an asshole, aren't I? God damn it. I don't know. If you come to me with an idea, I'm down. Just come with an idea. Don't come with a request. Don't come with a... Don't make it transactional. Just fucking be cool about it, okay? Don't be uncool about it. I hope that makes sense. I like this fit, by the way, that I got going on. This shirt and this tie. As you can tell, I'm running out of different outfit ideas. I got a new... I'm excited for next week's outfit. Ooh. I'm hype. You can probably put it together. Like, oh, what's coming up? What are you going to dress up / what are you going to put on? Look at a calendar. You'll probably be able to figure it out. I feel like this episode went by really fast. I want to say, thank you guys for listening. I posted on my Instagram story picture of a tray of cookies that said, I'm doing well. And a few of you responded and made a joke. And that made me feel so good. I didn't realize this, but the people who listen to the podcast community is so tight. And I like you guys so much. It's insane. Tejaswi, by the way, is Tejaswi. I hope I'm saying your name right. I feel like I suck at pronouncing words because when I was younger, I had a speech problem. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But Tejaswi did a painting of cookies and then started listening to my podcast, not knowing that the first 9 minutes of my podcast was just random cookie talk. Anyways, I want to leave you with some two thoughts I had that I thought were funny. Terrific and terrible are 3 letters apart. I wonder if plants are affected by smoking. And earlier this week, I saw an Amazon and UPS truck outside on the street, across the street from each other. And I wondered, what are they wondering? Thank you guys so much for listening. It means the world. I'm really happy with this podcast, and I'm really happy with the community that we've grown. Maybe people should use me because I don't know how to use my platform. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.